profession trained being myself a public speaker of long experience. That committee knows as much as anyone knows about English speaking, and yet its members do not agree as to the pronunciation of some of the simplest and commonest words in the English language. The two simplest and commonest words in any language are yes and no, but no is pronounced exactly alike. All that can be said that every member pronounces it in such a way that they would not only be intelligible in every English-speaking country, but would stand the speaker as a perfect person and distinguished from English and English. You will say, well, that is good enough for me, that is how I desire to do it. But which member of the committee will you take for your model? There are higher members, not members, wealthy members, awkward members, and elderly members, all recognizable as such by their they differ all according to the country. Now, as they all speak differently, it is marvelous that they all speak alike. All that can say is that they all speak precisely, and that it is I wish I could offer you your choice among all the ones, but for the moment I am afraid you must have and I have said enough about the fact that no two native speakers of English speak alike. But perhaps one cannot enough grasp whether I myself always speak in the same way. I must confess at once that I do not. Nobody does. I am at present speaking to many thousands of practitioners. Many of them are trying hard to follow my words syllable by syllable. If I were to speak to you as carelessly as I speak to my wife at home, this record would be mute. And if I were to speak to my wife at home as carefully as I am speaking to you, she would think that I was going mad. As a public speaker, I have to take care that every word I say is heard distinctly at the far end of a large hall containing thousands of people. But at home, when I have to consider only my wife sitting within 6 feet of me, I take so little pains with my speech that very often, instead of giving me the expected answer, she says, "Don't mumble, and don't turn your head away when you speak. I can't hear a word you are saying." And she also cares. Sometimes I have to say, "What? You are too tight in your house." And she suspects me of growing deafer and deafer. She does not face me because, as I am now perceptive, it might be true. No doubt I ought to speak to my wife as carefully as I used to speak to me, and she to me as carefully as she used to speak to the king. We ought to. her, but it would not be good enough for you. So I am speaking to you now much more carefully than I used to her. But please don't tell her. I am now going to address myself especially to my foreign hearers. I have to give them another warning of quite a different kind. If you are learning English because you intend to travel in English and wish to be understood there, do not try to speak English perfectly, because if you do, no one will understand you. I have already explained that no, there is no such thing as perfectly correct English. There is presentable English, which we call good English. But in London, 999 out of every 1,000 people not only speak bad English, but speak even that very badly. You may say that even if they do not speak English well themselves, they cannot understand when it is well spoken. They can when the speaker is English. But when the speaker is a foreigner, the better he speaks, the harder it is to understand. No foreigner can ever express distillery and make the voice rise and fall in question and answer, assertion and denial, in conclusion, except in inquiry or information, exactly as a native. Therefore, the first thing you have to do is to speak strong foreign accent and speak broken English, that is, English without any grammar. Then every English person will at once know that you are a foreigner and try to understand and be ready to listen. He will not expect you to write and to use elaborate grammatical phrases. He will be interested in you because you are a foreigner and pleased by his own character in making out your meaning and giving you what you want to know. If you say, "Will you have the goodness, sir, to direct me to the railway terminus at Charing Cross," pronouncing all the vowels and consonants, he will not understand, and will suspect you of being a beggar or a constant trick. But if you shout, "Please, Charing Cross, which way?" you will have no clue. Half an hour will immediately overwhelm you with directions. Even in private intercourse with customers, you must not speak too well. Apply this in your attempt to learn foreign language, and never try to speak them too well. And do not be afraid to try. You will be surprised to find how little you need to know, or how badly they pronounce. Even among English people, to speak too well is a pedantic affectation. In a foreigner,